All right, today we're going to talk about how to either generate a new harness or potentially add additional circuits to your existing harness for the Flextech AKT Pocket series of products. The Pocket A2B bridge, the Pocket A2B bus monitor, and the Pocket TDM bridge all use a JST 24 position header for connection, and that's 2 millimeter on pitch or on center pitch. It uses this JST 24 position receptacle, which is part number PHDR-24VS. It takes a very petite little terminal here, which is part number SPHD-001T-P0.5 or .5. Going to give you a couple of quick tips here to promote success. So I'm going to make believe today that I just want to add an additional A to B line to my harness. So I have a twisted pair here. This is 22 gauge. You could use 24 or 22. Can't really go over that. You won't be able to fit it in the crimp barrel of the device, of this JST terminal. But you'll notice that, I don't have a jacketed cable or anything fancy. If you don't have digital A to B cable, you just want to make a twisted pair at about a 1-inch lay, which is 1 twist per inch. So because the crimp barrel of this terminal is so petite, we want to make sure that our strip does not exceed the length of the conductor crimp barrel. So here we have the conductor crimp barrel, and then behind that we have the insulator crimp barrel. So what we want to do is strip the wire enough for the conductor to be crimped in only the conductor crimp barrel, and then the insulator crimp barrel obviously crimps to the insulation to provide strain relief for the conductor crimp barrel. So I'm going to do a pretty short little strip here, about an 1/8 inch. In our shop, we use Heiko or CHP hand tools. If you have interest, this is the CSP-30-7. It's a great stripper, but you can run whatever you got. Okay, so I'm right-handed. So my right hand is going to be my tool holding hand. My left hand is going to be my work holding hand. So you notice that I trap the terminal between my index finger and thumb with the wire underneath it. One very important item of note here, I'm about to bring in the crimper, but if I roll this over, you might be able to see, and I'll pop up a close-up on the screen, there's a little barb right here. That little barb is what actually anchors the terminal into the receptacle. So a common problem sometimes is whenever you choke up toward the front when you're crimping this terminal, if you accidentally crush that barb with your crimpers, then the terminal will not lock into the receptacle. So you need to take extra special care on that to make sure we don't crush that little locking barb there. So here we go. I'm going to use the 1.4 die here. Whoops, roll over. And I'm actually going to make sure that I don't have, all right, double check it before I go. Maximum pressure there. And our barb is still intact, and I think we have a great crimp there, a little pull test there. But just like any field termination tool or hand crimper, whenever you crimp the conductor crimp barrel, I noticed that it kind of sparred out my insulator crimp barrel a little bit. So I'm going to come over here and just give him a little tuck to bring that back in. Now, one thing that's very important, I'm going to use the 1.4 millimeter die again, but I'm not going to go max pressure. I'm just going to wait until I feel that insulator crimp barrel kind of break, just like that. And I'm not going to crush it all the way down, because all we want to do is get it to interact with that insulation to provide proper strain relief for the terminal. Let's do one more. All right, our strip length was good. Okay, so one thing I just did, you see my other terminal that I just installed is right here. It's going to be right in my way, so I just have a habit of just making sure I push that back out of the way so I don't end up damaging that with a tool. I'm going to come in with the 1.4 die again, and I'm just going to look on both sides and make sure it's lined up good. And then we crimp all the way. Bring them in a little bit. And then same thing. I'm just going to wait until I feel this drop, and about halfway pressure, not all the way. So I think we've got a proper crimp there. The crimper that we use is this Engineering Precision. The part number is PA09. It's a great crimper. You can typically find it on Amazon, or I actually think I bought this one on eBay. But the 1.4 die works just perfect for these little JST terminals, and to my knowledge, JST does not make a field termination tool for these, only the production applicator. So to have such a great tool at an affordable price in the market is really a great benefit. All right, so if we look at the receptacle, it's going to be difficult, I should say, to show up on camera. But right here is my chevron, which indicates pin 1. And so what I'm going to be looking to do is, let's say we're going to populate the A side. That's pins 17 and 19. So that's going to be on the same side. And what I have a tendency to do is locate pin 23. Then we go to pin 21, then 19, then right there 17. I kind of count my way back. I mean, if you're doing a bunch of these, you don't have to do that. But if you're doing one every now and then, it's a helpful way to kind of guarantee you're getting in the right place. And now the positive side is going to go in pin 19. So I just bring my white one up right next to it. And I can see that spade pop in right there, and I know I'm good. So if I had all my other circuits here, I would be able to have a full harness. But there's a couple of tips on how to crimp these JST terminals for your Pocket A2B product.